Another person that I really wanted to talk about today when I thought about this, especially since it's Women's History Month, is Maya Angelou. Um, she is someone who I admired as a young person because she was well known and respected and revered in her field, and just in the world at large. And she wasn't like trying to be sexy, but she also wasn't like trying to hide herself. She had lots of poems that included playfulness, sassiness, sensuality, because that was something that she also expressed as a human. And she wasn't like perfectly symmetrical in her features. You know, she wasn't like Beyonce or Kardashian. You feel me? She was a simple black woman, and she was beautiful in her own right, in her own way. And I love that. And also with her voice, like it wasn't like this delicate, dainty, like, ooh, I'm a lady kind of voice, or anything like sensual, but it was extremely powerful. And when she spoke, people listened. And I didn't know Maya Angelou, but I feel like she's not someone who yelled a lot. You feel me? She seems like someone like I can project my voice because I perform, but I'm not going to yell at you or scream or shout. I'm sure she did at many points in her life, but on like a regular basis, I feel like that was not her like popping off like angry black lady, but she still used her voice to um, amplify black women's issues and emotions. And I feel like those are skills that she had to attain, or that she had the desire to attain, because she went through some really tough times. Um, like we were talking about from Man's Search for Meaning, um, we have the power as human beings to be in an environment and then decide how we are going to respond to the environment. When you put animals in an environment, they begin to act instinctively. If you put different elements in an environment or plants in an environment, they begin to move off of natural pattern, right? But with human beings, we get the opportunity and the blessing, the God given power to hold a moment and decide if I want to respond in A, or if I want to respond in B, C, D, all the way to Z. There are so many options that open up to you at every moment. And when you have a deeper connection with yourself and your priorities, your environment does not cause you to make decisions that are outside of yourself. You move from a space of internal drive and internal desire. Um, and I feel like with Maya Angelou, and people that experience, Oprah, Victor, many people, many black people, many German people, many Jewish people, many Russian people, many African people, Mexican people, all Indian people, all types of people, like indigenous, uncontacted peoples, you feel me, have gone through and go through um, really hard external circumstances. And as Victor mentions in his book, it's not very often that human beings choose to go with the higher lane of that existence and choose to pause and use their power in that moment to say that I have the God given ability. I have been blessed with consciousness and I can make the choice instead of move off of instinct. Um, and when we do that, I believe when we choose to move at our higher self, I believe that it allows our life to move past those external sufferings in a more easy way, right? Instead of us choosing to dive into those external circumstances and keep perpetuating them to continue happening. When we can see that, oh, this is an opportunity for me to use my higher thinking, for me to be a higher human being, it moves us into a higher place where that suffering doesn't last as long, or that pain doesn't last as long. And I think he mentions in the book, as soon as you find a purpose for your suffering, the suffering isn't suffering anymore. Now it has a purpose. Now it's something new. Now it has a meaning.